How y'all doing? My name is Johnny Ashley. I live at and I'm here to speak about the family court reform and the law enforcement response to crimes committed there. This will be our 14th time meeting. A lot has happened since last time I was here. On Friday, Roe v. Wade was overturned. And since then, my Facebook feed has been full of females giving their opinion about this. And even some of the most right-wing females I know are pretty mad about it. One of the things they're mad about is director privacy, where they shouldn't have to explain their medical they shouldn't have to explain why they want a certain medical procedure to a government bureaucrat. And while I fully understand why they are mad, I hope they are enjoying their free trial of being a man. Family court isn't biased in favor of women, it's biased against men. Ladies, you're mad about having your privacy invaded once. After my son's mom abandoned him with some distant relatives, that began 10 years of having my privacy invaded by government bureaucrats and being cross-examined by lawyers. That's why in a 2003 study by University of Riverside professor Augustine Coopsa, he found that divorced men kill themselves at a rate 860% higher than single men. By default, if you are divorced, you've gone through family court. His study was using numbers from 1979 to 1989, but between 2000 and 2020, the suicide rate rose 30%. That would make Professor Augustine's 860%, 1,146%. And that's skipping the 90s. In 1999, suicide became the leading cause of death in America. I'll ask again, does New River Valley Community Services receive payments per suicide that happens in their district? And that brings us to our next current event, the shooting in Uvalde, Texas. And before I start, I know in my heart that our sheriff sleeps listening to his radio. He dreams about what his cops are doing. And if that happened here, he would have been the cop there in 3 minutes. And regardless if it was his day off and he was wearing gym shorts and flip-flops, the terminating with extreme prejudice would have began immediately. He was in both Iraq wars and Afghanistan. He's a badass. He's our local robo-cop. And that's good because we know our children will not end up trapped in the classroom with the madman. I bet there are a lot of people who found out the hard way that Sheriff Portman does not negotiate with terrorists. I just wish he would use some of that same energy that he used to protect us from foreign enemies and protect us from domestic ones. Just like how the children in Uvalde called 911 and begged for help, and while the police fought their parents in the parking lot, I have begged you and him for help, but metaphorically, you have all been fighting me in the parking lot instead. Just to make the point, multiple times I had asked him to come down here and state his unwritten policy on family court, and every time he didn't. More and more I stopped seeing him as a hero and realized he was just another shady politician who can't publicly state what he's doing behind the scenes. Next time you see me, I want to have paperwork for you, and we're going to use these 4 minutes to start breaking down each one of these cases. Dr. Lehman has written multiple books on school shooters. In 2018, he wrote that 25 of the most cited school shooters since Columbine, 75% of them came from broken homes. End family court tyranny, stop school shootings, and stop blaming guns. Thank you. Y'all have a good night.